Hi everyone, my name is Hannah and today I'm here to read you a very special story, one of my favorite books, Water is Water by Miranda. But before I get started reading, I wanted to share with you 3 ways that I have used water today. And while I'm reading, you can be thinking about the ways that you used water today too. And maybe some of the ways that we talk about in the book, you've also seen water used or transformed. So the first way that I used water today is that I washed my clothes, and our washing machines use a lot of water to do that. And the second way that I used water is I fed my cat Snowball some water, and he loves water, so that was a nice treat for him. And the third way that I used water is that I watered the plants in my garden and in my house today, because they also need water. And water is very important, so I want you to be thinking about that while I read. And I'm going to start. Water is Water by Miranda. Drip, sip, pour me a cup. Water is water, unless it heats up. Whirl, swirl, watch it curl by. Steam is steam, unless it cools high. A dragon in a wagon? A crow kneading dough? Clouds are clouds, unless they form low. Can you see the fog and the school bus coming up the hill? Misty, twisty, where is the town? Fog is fog, unless it falls down. Patter, splatter, what is that sound? Rain is rain, unless on the ground. Slosh in galoshes, splash to your knees. Puddles are puddles, unless puddles freeze. Glide, slide, put on the brakes. Ice is ice, unless it forms flakes. Pack, stack, shape it, and smack. Snow is snow, unless spring comes back. Creep, seep, squish in your boots. Mud is mud, unless there are roots. Swig, grow big, reach for the best. Apples are apples, unless they get pressed. Drip, sip, pour me a cup. Cider is cider, until we drink up. And that's the end of the story, but I do want to read you one last bit that the author decided to put in this book, and I think it's really important, so I'm going to share these little tidbits with you before I end. More about water. Water moves and changes often, just like children. Also like people, each drop of water travels its own unique path. This story shows only some of the many creative ways that water moves and changes over the seasons. Although the characters in this book sometimes heat up, drink, or play with water, nature usually moves and transforms water all by itself through the water cycle. And hopefully, someday, if you haven't already, you will talk about all of the different parts of the water cycle and the ways that water can move in our world. But until then, I wanted to share one last piece with you about all of the different things in our world that have water in them. This was really interesting to me. I learned a lot by reading these little facts, so I wanted to share these with you too. An apple is 84% water. I ate an apple today. Earthworms are 80% water. An oak tree is about 75% water. A cat is about 80% water. You and me are about 65% water. More than half of us is water. That's crazy. A turtle is about 70% water, and they also live in the water, some of them, so that's pretty cool. A garter snake is about 74% water. So all of those living things, animals, plants, and humans, are all made up of water. At least half of all of those things were made up of water. That's pretty special. So as you go about your day today, think about all of the different ways that you see, eat, drink, and interact with water. And I'd love to hear those stories about the ways that you interact with water too. And I hope you enjoyed the book. Please tune in again. I'll be reading some more stories, and I'd love for you to join me. Thanks. Bye.